Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today to Turfed Out. Got our very special guest today, Rick Fairless, Strokers Dallas. Stay tuned and see you soon. All right, guys, we're back and got a special guest with us today, Rick Fairless. Say hi, Rick.
Hi, Rick.
So I brought you on here today because you know a little bit about work ethic. But before we get into this, I want you to tell the audience a little bit about yourself, and I'm gonna give you full screen for this one.
Oh, that'll be scary. I'm in the motorcycle business, so I worked for the Glidden Paint Company for 20 years, and I retired. And 27 years ago, I opened my own motorcycle shop and a bar and grill. And I'm still here, still working, still loving, everything that I do. And I think it makes it easy for me to work every day because I love what I do for a living, and I'm one of the old school guys that I worked for Glidden for 20 years. I never called in sick, never picked up the phone and said I'm not going to be there. And I've been here 27 years, and I've never missed a day of work unless I was out of town or whatever. I work every day, 8 days a week, 15 hours a day, and it's my passion. So one of my employees will call in sick and I'll say, I've never done that. I've never called in sick before, and they'll like roll their eyes and think, okay, the old man's going, he's going crazy again. But I love the motorcycle business and I love the bar business. And, I've been doing it for a long time and we're pretty good at it. And so I can't wait to get to work every morning.
That's awesome, Rick. So I did notice a little bit about yourself that you never did miss a day of work,
Nope.
and that's impressive.
Well, I never called in sick to work. I went on vacations and a couple of times I had to go in the hospital and get surgery or whatever, which all that was scheduled time off. I've never called in sick.
Sure, that's awesome. I wish I could say the same. Unfortunately,
Right.
my previous job with big corporate, I did call in sick a couple times.
What was your previous job, Nick?
So I was a conductor at the BNSF Railway.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, isn't that like a great job to have?
It is, but it went back to kind of what you said, passion.
Right.
It wasn't my passion, and passion for me is golf. I love golf.
I love golf. Did you know I'm a golfer?
I've noticed that you post occasionally you're out there at the golf course. I think that's great.
So in June, my brother and I are going to do a bucket list check. Me and my brother and our wives are going to go play Pebble Beach.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's going to be a cool deal. But golf is like, it's my escape from here, so I can come to work, go play golf, come back to work and still work 9 hours.
Yeah. And, a lot of people don't know this, but what time do you get to work, Rick? What time?
If I come to work normal time, which is rare, it's 2 a.m. Most of the time I can't sleep, so I'm here sometime between 11 and 1:30.
That's amazing.
It's stupid is what it is. It's stupid.
I've got to say, though, every time that I've went to your shop, you're there.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. And then I've met you a couple times in Sturgis, and the thing is, at Sturgis and stuff, you get pulled in so many different directions.
Yep.
And you still take time out of your day to meet with us common folk.
Well, but it's I'm a common folk. I'm a common folk that's doing what I love to do, and and I love to talk to people, and I love to meet people, and I love to hear people's story, and I love to ask them questions like, what happened to the AstroTurf? What, you forgetting about the Astrodome all of a sudden? Eighth wonder of the world, is that what it was?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. The Astrodome is still sitting there right next to the big Reliant Stadium or whatever it is in Houston.
Wow.
It was, it was like the eighth wonder of the world. And now I went to a football game there 10 years ago with my brother, and it was just very sad looking. It looks like it's a little bitty place that's fixing to fall down. And at one time it was the eighth wonder of the world.
yeah. It's nuts. What do you think? Why do you think that kids or in adults, I would say I'm 41, and I would say probably 30 and younger, they just don't have the work ethic. And I don't know, it's because like when I was born and raised, we had the paper boy. And I was like, you're kidding me. I can ride a bicycle and get paid to throw papers out. I'm doing that. So
Yeah.
what do you think the problem is in today?
I think it's the way maybe that people are raising their kids. And, I'm not, we're talking about, like our generation, like it was something real special. But I remember my parents saying, oh my God, you young people don't know what's going on, So I think what we're talking about is exactly what every generation says about the young people. You're right. It doesn't seem like they have the work ethic, but I know that with us, we had to work. Once we got our first job, our dad not only quit giving us an allowance, we had to start giving our sisters an allowance out of the money that we made working, and we made $1.62 an hour.
Oh, wow.
So so we had anything we wanted, we had to work for. We went and bought motorcycles at 16 years old, and my dad said, you save up half and we'll go get them. So we thought that's pretty cool. We save up half, dad has half. We saved up half, and dad co-signed for us to make payments on the other half. So it was always, you had to work, and I always wanted some money in my pocket, and I always wanted a nice motorcycle and a nice pickup truck that I could take a pretty girl out to eat and have money in my pocket.
Uh-huh.
It's just, it's the whole thing. And I give motivational speeches. I've lectured at TCU 3 times, and I've lectured at DePaul University twice.
Wow.
It all boils down to, what do you want and how bad do you want it? Because nobody's going to give you anything. You're going to have to earn it. So what is it you want out of your life?
Mm-hmm.
How bad do you want it? Is it a new house? Is it a new car, a motorcycle, a truck? What is it? Vacations? They're not going to give you the vacation. They're not going to give you the house. You're going to have to earn it. Well, the more you learn, and the more you stay in school and you come out, that's great for getting the opportunity, but you got to have the work ethic to stick through it. What do you want? How bad do you want it?
Absolutely. They need to find their why. That's for sure.
That's it.
I gotta say, so you go say back to parenting. I gotta say that your parenting skills are awesome because your daughters work for you.
Yep.
And they're very hard workers.
They are.
And I think as much as you work, you still have a great family life. I see that your grandkids are out there riding the old PW50, which I think, to me, the PW50 special to me because that was the bike I always wanted as a kid. That's awesome.
Well, the PW50 that they ride is the bike that I bought brand new in '86, and that's what my kids learned to ride on. So I kept it for all these years, hoping that someday I would have grandkids. And so they have that PW50, and they have a little Yamaha 80, and they have a mini Trail 50. And They're just the bigger they get, the bigger motorcycle I'll let them ride.
Heck yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say, one of my favorite ones that you have is the what you call the Wicked Squirrel.
The Wicked Squirrel is let's see, it will be 41 years old in a month.
I I like that because at a very young age, I loved motorcycles and I still do. But Arlen Ness was like he had all the cool stuff. He was like the ZZ Top of motorcycles,
Yeah.
and that bike always reminds me of Arlen Ness.
Well, it's got a lot of Arlen's parts on it. I mean, Arlen Ness in the motorcycle industry. Arlen Ness is our god. When he died a few years ago, it was a very sad deal. But his son Corey is every bit as classy and as knowledgeable as his dad. So it's a good thing.
That is a good thing. So, what did you? I guess how have you pivoted in your business whenever COVID hit, and and stuff like that? How did you have to pivot?
We had to learn to do more with less. I mean, we lost some people that didn't want to work through that. And, we lost some business of people that just sheltered at home. We picked up some people that wanted to ride motorcycles while they were not at work, while they were working from home. So that worked out good. The governor closed the bars down in Texas for a few months. So that was tough, but I mean, we kind of downsized and learned to do more with less.
Yeah, and I think I commend you on your business skills because of stuff like you went from Easy Riders,
Yeah.
which was huge, and then to where you are now, Strokers Dallas. But you've also, like what Big Dog Choppers, and you had Victory. They went out.
Yep, American Iron Horse.
American Iron Horse, yes.
So those that in the late '90s, early 2000s, choppers were huge. And people were paying 25 to 45 grand for choppers, and then 2007 and 8 rolled around and the economy went south, and people quit spending 35, 40 grand on a chopper. So all of those guys went away. And 2017 Victory went away. They're owned by Polaris, and Polaris also owns the name Indian. So they decided they had to, they were going to combine those two brands, but keep it under the Indian name. So, that was kind of a sad deal too.
Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. That's cool. What is one of your favorite builds and why?
The Susie chopper is one of my personal choppers, and I love riding that bike. And Susie is my wife. So it's a 28 over rigid frame chopper with the Sugar Bear front end, and I love riding that. I've got a 1975 Shovelhead Harley that's really cool, and I enjoy riding that too. But I have probably a dozen of my custom bikes that I really enjoy riding, but the Susie chopper is my favorite.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What how many businesses do you own?
4.
Yeah. Okay. What are they all? That way so everybody knows that what they are.
I own Strokers Dallas Custom Motorcycles. I own Strokers Ice House Bar and Grill. I own Punch Wally Garage, which is kind of a hot rod classic car restoration shop. And then I own Fearless Services, which is an insurance company, which kind of seems like it doesn't fit, but it kind of does. People that ride motorcycles have to have insurance. And we started out just doing motorcycle insurance, and through my association with Allstate, because we were building bikes for Allstate, we grew it, and now we're a full service insurance company. We sell homeowners insurance and car insurance or business insurance. So, it's 4 pretty good little companies.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'll leave you with this. What's one of your I guess best business advice for anyone just getting out into the entrepreneur world?
Work ethic. You know, when I give the speeches at TCU or DePaul, I tell them the same thing. You know, if a dumbass like me can be successful, anybody can. You just got to have a good work ethic. I don't care how smart you are. If you don't have a good work ethic, it's going to be tough for you to make it. You know, and I don't care how dumb you are. If you have a good work ethic, that will overcome a lot.
Agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Rick, thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Yes,
And
sir.
I've been having a ticker go down on the bottom this whole time. And if everybody could buy some awesome strokers, dallasmerch.com, and buy some of that tie-dye, man, that's awesome.
We got it, brother.
So, all right. Well, thanks, Rick. I really appreciate it.
All right. See you, pal.
All right, bye.